Hello, my name is Jesus Martinez, and thank you so much for joining this year's Birth of an Artist virtual event. Who knew last year that this event would actually become digital? Not me. But that's what makes this moment so special, that even through the hard times, we continue to strive to help those around us through the arts. In this year's virtual event, we have many great talents, from poets to artists, traditional to digital, and we even have musicians performing. Hip-hop artist Cutwell, and we even have country music award winner Matt Stell performing his #1 hit, Prayed for You. Super exciting time. I'm excited for this event. But before we get started, I want to pray for you guys. I want to pray for those watching, the artists in this event, and for Cutwell for Kids. Lord, we come before you today through Jesus Christ to first give you thanks. I pray that as you continue to manifest your love through Cutwell for Kids, that you provide funding and volunteers. And to the young artists who are influenced by this organization, Lord, I pray that you remind them that they carry influence as well. I pray that you give them the aspiration to show your love. And Lord, to those who are watching and who are hurting, I pray that though we're in the storm, that they know that the sun is still present. I pray that you give them affirmation that you are here. And I say all this through Jesus Christ, amen. Again, thank you so much for attending Birth of an Artist virtual event.
Hi, my name is Laura Lee Williard, and I have been involved with Cutwell for Kids since 2016, helping with some strategic planning and grant writing, and I'm very excited to let you know what our program is all about. Cutwell for Kids was founded in 2014 by our local pop artist, Anthony Tidwell. Anthony has a bachelor's in general studies with a minor in early childhood education. He also is certified and trained as a mental health paraprofessional. He's a barber, a professional barber, very creative. He's also our regional prevention provider with the Washita Children, Youth, and Family Services. So Anthony has always had a spark in his heart for people who are healing from trauma, dealing with mental health issues, or behavioral issues. So that's why he started Cutwell for Kids. Through art activities at Cutwell for Kids, kids develop an understanding of themselves and the world around them. And they develop coping skills and confidence, and they find their voice. They get to explore concepts and ideas and social and cultural issues through art, a safe space at Cutwell for Kids. And this is an exciting announcement. We are kicking off with this virtual event, our $10,000 endowment campaign to ensure the future of Cutwell for Kids. So please join us and donate today for Cutwell for Kids. Thank you so much.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Marcus Montgomery. I'm the owner of Next Move Consulting, and one of the great opportunities I have with Next Move is to work with young people, work with them in the area of helping them refine their writing, and in this case, poetry. I've been so honored to be able to work with Cutwell for Kids, owned by Anthony Tidwell, and during the time of this last summer and over a few months, we've been working with them and helping them to what we call find their voice. And finding their voice means that helping them understand they have a voice and it's important. We want them to be able to express themselves in writing. So they've been able to create original poetry this summer, and it's been an exciting process. For me, when I talk about finding your voice, I'm excited because I've actually seen this project grow. It's going to be a great opportunity for you all to see something called Birth of an Artist. I've seen it grow from working with the poets, from having one poet to last year having 2 poets. This year we worked with about 5 poets. So that growth is very, very exciting to me. And it brings to mind one poem that I'd like to share with you just to kind of bring it all home for you. This poem is called Solitary Confinement. Because when you think about poetry and finding your voice, one of the things we want all the young people to realize is this: you have a voice, and one voice is so, so important. So, solitary confinement, but you wonder where my rhyme went, but it's coming back like Jesus. See, I've been in the freezer, but now I'm defrosting. While these other cats been flossing, and I'm wondering, what shall I be? Water or steam? I had to take on many forms in the pursuit of my dreams. So I stepped to this other brother, asked him how he got his. He said, brother, I was dedicated, plus I learned the biz. See, I think about it, be about it, pray about it. Then I get rowdy like Jesus, see, but y'all ain't never heard of me. I'm chopping up my fatty, cause these bills be coming steady. I'm the gravy on your meat, so settle down and eat. I'm the plate that your mama fix you. When you finish washing up those dishes, y'all, I'm just a young brother from Arkansas, doing the type of things that you never saw. So many styles were duplicated, that's why it's best we live liberated, free, solitary confinement. And freeing is just what we're doing, working with young people to free them so that they know when they are using their voice to write, they can free themselves no matter what the circumstance, no matter what positive or negative outcome they may be coming from, they can actually do it through their voice. And so when we do this poetry and we're showing you these things that you're going to see here in just a moment, I hope you enjoy it because, hey, maybe we found the next Maya Angelou, maybe we found the next Langston Hughes, Spike Lee, or maybe we found the next Anthony Tidwell. Because I tell you from the bottom of my heart, it's been a great honor and a pleasure to be able to work with the project, but the real power behind it is Mr. Anthony Tidwell, the vision that he had to reach into the community, to find those people, maybe the next Garden Parks, maybe the next Basquiat. They might write visually, they might write literally, but we're reaching back to grab them and find them, and then they're going to push it forward. So I'm Marcus Montgomery with Next Move Consulting. I'm so excited, so honored, and I hope you enjoy what you're about to see today with the birth of an artist. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cutwell. I'm 11 years old and I'm a student at Park Magnet School. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my poem called Silence No More. As a young woman in the society we have today, I'm really curious of what made men in the earlier days think that women weren't as strong as them. See, if you're a Christian, you should know that Eve was made out of the exact same things as Adam. So why didn't we get treated the same? After all the things that I have learned and experienced in life, we are just as powerful. No matter the color, women are still treated harshly. Back then, we couldn't have school, we couldn't wear what we wanted, and we couldn't even fight for what we wanted. I know I might be young, but even my mom knows my mind could be a little bit of a handful. In a way, I truly think that we are still trying to be silenced. Today, we are told to reach for our dreams. But in some places, women are still told to keep put, stay in the kitchen, clean up, and take care of the kids. The girls in these places are as a strong woman they are, adapt and change, and reach to uplift their dreams with all women. We reach to touch our dreams together, and we reach to show who's boss. And as a young woman, I want to show who's boss. I'm Cutwell, and I will not be silenced.
In a crazy world, these are the things that make me feel safe. Parents are like an alarm. They let you know when there is harm. Guard dogs will protect you no matter what the cause, like parents will lead you throughout problems in life. Parents are like a door. They'll protect the things inside and keep the dangerous things outside. Parents are like a hint in a game. They'll give you tips and tricks throughout life. In a crazy world, these are the things that make me feel safe.
What makes me happy is when I'm around my family, we laugh and enjoy each other's company. Me and my cousins get along happily. When I'm around them, I feel comfortable because a family like mine is so lovable. But not every day with them is all fun and games. Sometimes when we're upset, we call each other names. When my cousins and I go to Meadow Springs together, we go on the fun roller coasters to feel the nice cool weather. Even when we're in the pool, the breeze feels really cool. And when we're on the rides, the wind blows directly in our eyes. When we reach the top, we feel like we're flying, and we can hear the little kids crying. When we drop down, it's really scary. We feel a weird feeling in our belly. Even though we get into it, we still love each other, and we'll always have each other's back like no other. When you're around family, everything seems better.
I am an artist, and I create my future. I wonder what it will be like moving to Seattle. I hear my luggage rattling while I'm getting on my plane. I see my plane getting higher and higher. I want to live a peaceful life in Seattle. I want the world to have no COVID. I pretend like I'm at home sometimes. I feel happy here. I touch the warm sand at the beach. I cry when I miss home. I understand my feelings. I say what I feel. I dream I'm at home if I miss home in my dreams. I try to stay happy when I miss home. I am an artist and I create my future. In a crazy world, these are things that make me feel safe. A parent is like God because they will try their hardest to make your life happy. Families are like a car because they will hover over you to keep you safe. Parents are like a gate because they will block you from harm. In a crazy world, these are the things that make me feel safe. I am an artist and I create my future. I wonder what life is going to be like when I'm in the world by myself and traveling and learning new things. I hear my plane moving. I see my new house. I want to be in the medical field. I want a peaceful world like with no dangerous people that will hurt or do something to someone when they don't want to do that, and COVID-19. I am an artist and I create my future. I pretend that I'm a nurse. I feel my engagement ring on my finger in the future. I touch my new house's flooring. I happy cry when I get into medical school. I am an artist and I create my future. I understand why I want to be a nurse. I say the reason that though I want to be a nurse is because I want to help people in life to feel better and live life. I am an artist and I create my future.
You got a lot of working to do, and people gonna hate just because they ain't you. See you on your grind, they gonna try to stop your shine before you get it. Many of your friends will envy your success, but just won't admit it. Make a statement about fakeness and get a shoe to whoever the first to fit it. I sin a lot, so I constantly ask God for forgiveness. And it seems like when I ask for love, I got hate, so I prayed for joy, but it only brought me pain. So then I begged for hope, but I only lost my faith. It had me thinking, why? Why I gotta be this way? See, maybe God is trying to tell me something. Maybe God is trying to prepare me for my downfalls, show me how it feels to be loved and hated. Teach me that with joy comes pain. It's normal for close friends to change, and sometimes the sunshine comes after the rain. See, I used to think that friendships last forever, but these days nothing lasts forever. I heard that too much ambition can kill you. Sometimes I wish I can go to sleep and wake up in my third year of college, increase wisdom and knowledge, ignorance and drama intolerant. Many say my writing ain't universal, but the truth ain't universal. I guess I'll stay local. I make sure all of my opinions are vocal and all my goals have a focal point. I do this all sober. I don't need drugs to make my writing high quality. People startle me, but remember, you got a lot of working to do, and people gon' hate just because they ain't you.
Art is definitely important in our education system because it allows students to express themselves. I am a teaching artist, so I teach poetry and creative writing, and I've used poetry as a tool to teach students how to improve their communication skills, their comprehension skills, and taught them how to use poetry as a coping mechanism because art is the cheapest form of therapy, and students need a chance to express themselves, and especially when they're in a facility all day, there has to be some kind of expression so that they're balanced. So art is definitely important in our education system. Once again, I'm Drika Morning, and art is so important in our education system, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey, this is Anthony Tidwell. Now it's time in the middle of the show we make a transition from the poets who created artwork with words to the artists that create their artwork with a pencil, paintbrush, or even digitally. But before I show you these exciting pieces from young artists here in the community and all over the state, I would like to honor an individual who made their transition this year, Ann Caruso. Miss Caruso will be dearly missed. She bridged the gap between two totally different communities. She embraced, she understood the mission at Cutwell for Kids. And I had to give an honor to such a beautiful woman, Ann Caruso. Now it's time to show you the youth who participated in the 2020 Birth of an Artist. COVID-19 tried to shut down a lot of activities. They told us to shelter in place. And that's just what these kids did. They painted in place. And without further ado, Mila King.
When I'm bored, I like to paint. It keeps me from doing negative things like drugs and alcohol. And the birth of an artist supports my effort.
Hi, my name's Livy, and I had a good time painting this abstract waterfall.
I am Carmen Cummings. I like to paint. It helps me rise above alcohol and drugs. This is my favorite piece. It's a landscape. The medium is acrylic.
My name is Maurice Bradford, 22 years old, recent college graduate, native of Hot Springs, and I'm a local artist. Main medium I like to use charcoal, and I like to do realism drawings. Some of the content that I like to do is I like to replicate dancers and free forms and really capturing the form of people. And I've done this in my most recent project titled Love Is. It's a series of 3 pieces, and I've completed the first piece, and the first piece is titled Love Is Tension. And essentially what that means to me is recently I've been taking a look into my relationships that I have and the relationships that I have with people, and I've come to understand that oftentimes with some of the people that you love the most, you really work in opposite directions at times, and that can manifest in a lot of ways. That can mean maybe your interests are in other ways. Maybe you guys argue sometimes, and maybe you really disagree, and Sometimes, that really means destruction to a relationship. And what I found in my relationship is that it's actually strength, and to actually sit down and communicate with your partner and communicate with your friend or loved one that, we do have problems, we do have challenges, but we are working to overcome them together and come up with solutions together. That's what really captures this tension, because when you think about tension, it's about a bond that's connected, and it's about a bond that gets stronger the more you pull apart. So that really discusses the subject of challenge. People face challenge as parts of their life, and it's part of who we are in our strive to become better people, to become successful, and to complete our goals. And in my relationship, it's my goal to have the best relationship that I can have, and the strongest relationship. And for me, that's with my partner and with God. And that's really the symbolism behind what the image represents. So the image is two dancers, and there's a strong male figure holding in the air the woman figure who is, and she's moving in the opposite direction. He's moving in the opposite direction, but they're linked together, and it's a piece that represents power and represents individuality, and really honors who we are as individuals, but also honors who we are together.
This is my book that I made called Fireman. It was a fan favorite by what I did with my friend back in the day from 6th grade. And these are the characters. This is Ben, the main character. He has a special ability, which is fire. And this is his brother, Johnny, also has a special ability, electric. And these are like all the other characters on here. By the way, his name is Dr. Hicks. That's my last name, so that's Fireman to do that.
Well, good morning, everybody. I just had to share this. Most parents wake up kids in young men's room, they got clothes scattered everywhere. Well, I'm going to tell you what Quinterius had scattered everywhere in his room. I catch him asleep. Art, y'all. Drawings. I wake up. This is what I saw this morning. I woke up, came in his room, just checking in to see what they got going on. I check my kids' room sometime mornings or whatever, but this is what I spotted in his room. Everywhere. I mean, this boy be up all night. I constantly tell him to go to sleep on school days, but this is what I tend to find in his room, just art. He just has that laying all around his room and stuff. He's just, I don't know, he just loves drawing. I always have. He's even made this comic book he's been currently working on. He just loves art. It's like a comic book he's making. Okay, also, up here, he drew Tupac and Whitney Houston. That's what he has on top of his shelf right now. But this boy is, I don't know. Let me show you. Let me take you around here too. Nipsey Hussle, Kobe and Gigi, Riley, or one of those guys from that cartoon. I forget the name. I can't think of it right now. Brains. It's kind of a little, it's not there this early in the morning. But anyway, Tupac again. Just, like I say, art everywhere. And this is his bedroom. And just stuff he draw, It's just amazing. It just amazes me that, like I say, most kids have clothes, or some kids, not most, some do. He likes his bed so neat that he sleeps on top of a couple people. Anyway, that's not important, but yeah, he draws. I'm gonna look at some of his work. Stop! right there. Someone's messing with me, y'all. And it's too loud. Anyway, just had to share. Bye.
Hi, my name is Quintarius Hicks. I am 14 years old, and I started painting last year. So I started with these pieces right here, these two black pieces. What inspired me to do these was, first off with Kobe. He passed away. He was legendary for everything he did with himself and impacted the world tremendously. And then I did Michael Jackson, which is the black and white, I've been doing that. That's what I started with. And he's legendary. And I did another Kobe Gianna, because I did him with his daughter. I wanted to. And I did these color pieces right here, these two color pieces, Juice WRLD and Tupac.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hicks. I'm 18 years old. I got inspired to do art young age, and I started painting recently last year. These are art pieces I've painted, and I got inspired to do cartoon characters because it's just something that I've watched growing up, and this is one of my recent paintings of Tupac that I've done, and I was inspired to do that because he's legendary as well. And then I also do shoes, and this is one of my recent pieces of shoes, and I got inspired to do shoes when I had a white pair of Vans, and I just decided to customize them because I wanted to make them my own and make them different.
In the beginning, C4K main focus was on kids ages 4 to 12. But over the years, parents was coming to me asking me, Anthony, why should the kids have all the fun? So I listened, and I began to open the doors to people of all ages. And this is what happened.
2020, Birth of an Artist, is right around the corner, and I hope everybody is just as excited about the artwork as I am, because knowing Mr. Tidwell and knowing the show in general, the artworks that will be presented there will be no less than amazing. And for the ones who don't know me, my name is James Avery. I was last year's featured artist, and the experience was amazing. Learning how to put together an art show, learning how to get people interested in what you are trying to sell, and how to price your artworks, and them things I will take with me throughout my whole entire art career. And one thing I want to speak on is this pandemic, and I hope it's not limiting any of the artists' creativity, and it's not taking away from anything that they're doing. I hope that they're finding this time to put together amazing pieces, and I hope everybody's being safe and wearing their masks.
I've been a part of C4K for 4 years. Anthony has taught me a lot on being a professional artist and a mentor. He has taught me so much about showing character. He has inspired me in many different ways and in many different perspectives. I believe that birth of an artist is a perfect way to express different perspectives on art. It's a perfect way to be inspired in different areas. Birthing of an artist is also a major key and a major way to network. You can meet everybody of different cultures of anything there, and like they either are an artist or they're just lovers of art. And I'm telling you, I've met so many awesome people that I still talk to today, and it's been amazing. Being a graphic and traditional artist, I started being a graphic designer when I was like a really young, probably around 6. When my mom, who is an IT manager, and my brother, who also works with computers, every time my mom would come home with computers, my brother would fix them up and he'll give them to me to draw on. And how I discovered the graphic design world is by the apps on the computers and apps on the tablets. And so I would play with them. I would learn how to. I would just learn a whole bunch from those. And when I was switching over to traditional art, I was around 17 years old, and it was actually because of the birth of an artist, what I saw in there, and I saw all different types of mediums and different types of styles of art, and I was like, well, this just expanded my experiences. I'm gonna try that because it's inspirational to me. So I'm gonna try that. So I tried watercolor, I tried acrylics and oils, and I fell in love with that. And so if I believe that it wasn't for Anthony and C4K and the birth of an artist, I wouldn't be where I am today, because it's really helped me grow as an artist and grow as a person. And so, yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
I am Teresa Oglesby, and I'm from Hot Springs. I've been painting seriously for about a year and a half. It all began, I became serious about it when Anthony came to do a workshop in my building. There were people coming to my door and saying, hey, we're doing this paint class and we know you're artistic, so you have to come. So I got ready, I got dressed, and I painted a little pink house. And that's when my life changed. Well, I noticed that it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it tremendously. It's changed my life. It really has changed my life.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Corey, or you might know me by my stage name, Creo. I work with Cutwell for Kids, and I'm here to show you a little bit of what I have in my repertoire. I'm a poet and a rapper, so I would appreciate if you'd look me up, follow me on social media if you could, and I'll give you a little bit of what I got. This first poem that I'm going to do here is called Revelation. I wrote it in 2016, and I'm excited to share it with you. What if I came here today and spit the greatest verse ever written? What if what I came here to say just split the earth down the center? Everything burns down and withers, turns brown, and disintegrates, trumpets sound, and clouds turn gray. And we see the dead come out of their grave, and every one that ever lived, even the ones here today, had to stand before God. Would he pass judgment and say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You used your time on earth, and I know that you weren't perfect, but you listened to what you heard, read my word, and professed me in public, and every time you addressed me wasn't to stress me for blessings. I know that you learned your lesson. Your job here is done. You made my son number one, and now welcome to heaven. Or would he say, depart from me? Ye that work iniquity never tried to repent, so no forgiveness was given. See, you were living in sin, and in the end it's just killing me to have to do this to you. But you gave me up willingly. You may have went to church, read the word, and was filling me, but never really accepted Christ, or your life would show differently. Then everyone bows, even the ones going down, to the one with the crown and scream, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. Then the gates of hell will close and they will never be open. So those that aren't saved will forever be broken, soaking in flames, choking on smoke from the blaze, alone and afraid, hoping for grace to show, but it's too late. They're stuck in a cage for eternity, burning away like the ones there to stay currently. But I pray we see streets of gold, no heat nor cold. See the souls of people we lost, but we're not seeing them old. We have new bodies created by God. Everything's new and old things are gone. There's no more fears, no more tears. We could spend 1 billion years just looking at stars, singing glory to God for this story. Come on. You might say, well, Corey, you're corny and kind of boring as dog, but this bond that I'm forming with the Lord is so strong. It's like a force of euphoria that I'm absorbing, and sweat pouring from pores like this was a horror story with blood and gore. It's just odd because I can face anything, even if the storm was 4 stories tall. The ball's in my court, killing the sport like LeBron. The storm goes up for a block, I'll alley-oop it to God, and with no time left, it's the game-winning shot, and your very last breath could be any second, and you're gone. This next song that I'm going to show you is a song called Time. It's going to be the first track on the next album I have coming out. It's going to be a re-release of my first album from 2016. I really hope that you guys will pick it up. It'll be self-titled Creo, that's Creyo, and it should be out next month. I appreciate you. Here we go.
So, what does Creo mean?
It means he believed.
He believed in what?
In God.
Who's God?
Talking about the God that made everything, the God that made
time.
Time runs so fast. The present is past, the future won't last. The word of God will change. My life is so vain, my life's such a pain.
In my mini verse, I write many verses. Choose a universe infused with music verses. The tune to you is perfect. The truth is you determine when to give it birth and when to close the curtain. I'ma take it to another level. I could sell ice to the devil. You know that it's Creo. Living life is a rebel, and we got one God. Uno, Deo, tell Kronos and Kratos they are fake and mistaken the modern meaning of rainbows, gravity, galaxies, his majesty. Actually, look down and you sound a shout out reality. I've been here for 19 years like a strike of lightning. I'ma write, recite for Christ and live my life like I like it. Never blink because you know it's over in the flash. Represent what's evident, time heaven sent. Can't be hesitant cause every second present is the past.
The present is past, the future won't last. The word of God will change. My life is so vain, my life's such a pain.
Live in the moment, you can't prepare for the future. If you live in the future, there's no fun getting there. The present, suppress it with beauty as an atonement. Capture it, for it disappears in thin air. Give everything you have just to crush the competition. Sloppy written's got me nowhere. God, I admit I often spit them, but I work my butt off. To be on top of the top position, I'ma give it to God. Not the best, but I'm in it. I'm stressed to my limit, but I'm too blessed to give in. Time keeps on ticking, I'm killing it by the minute. But God as my witness, I will find some fulfillment and strike with a knife just to slice through my ceiling. Cause how do you come to grips believing you're gonna die? And that's the extent of existence. No eternity, no forgiveness, no God to show redemption. It's senseless, you're gone. I guess in the end then that's just your business.
The present is past, the future won't last. The word, the goal will change. My life is so vain, my life's such a pain.
Well, I'm the type of rapper that gets mad at shout fire relating to aliens cause I feel like an outsider. No doubt I'm a person with my head in the clouds, rhyming bars, thinking Mars is right outside of my house. Decided to doubt me right before I came out. Biggest mistake of your life. See, what we do in the South is go into hiding, not lighting the fire and burning everything out. So yeah, you better reroute and give yourself a voice. I rejoice in the Lord, recently breathing the sword, seeking the peace to record. My time's been wasted, great, might as well face it. Every day goes to waste and there's no way that I'll make it. A hypocrite and I'm fake, little Saddam Hussein, white Ukrainian Hitler, intimidated by fame. I'm saying all sins the same. Only thing that I pray when I'm close to the grave, won't be complaining that I wasted my
The present is past, the future won't last. The word, the goal will change. My life is so vain, my life's such a pain.
Thank you all for giving it a listen. Big shout out to Anthony Tidwell. Shout out to Cutwell for Kids. Shout out to Jesus Martinez, best producer in the state, hands down. Follow me on everything at CREYO. Please give me a shout. I appreciate you. Have an awesome day.
What's up, y'all? It's Matt Stell. I'm so excited to be a part of this event for Cutwell for Kids. What a great organization, great outreach for our youth in a really unique and special way. I've been knowing Anthony Tidwell for a long time, back when he was helping me out as a youngster when he was my AAU coach. So really happy to have the opportunity to come on here and share some art with y'all. So this song I wrote a few years back and it changed my whole life. And it's called Pray For You. And it goes like this. Thank you again for letting me be a part of tonight. Never been one to ask for help. Need a mountain move myself. I in the church pew regular twice on Sunday, quotes you the scripture kind. I'm far from a preacher, but I'm a believer. 'Cause every single day before I knew your name, I couldn't see your face, but I prayed for you. Every heartbreak trail when all hope failed on the highway to hell, I prayed for you. I kept my faith like that old King James said I'm supposed to. It's hard to imagine bigger than I could fathom. I didn't know you from Adam, but I prayed for you. Someone to love me like you do. Graceful eyes to see me through. A smile that steals me, a heart that heals me, a touch that kills me too. And baby, you're perfect. I guess I'm good, Lord, hurry now. 'Cause every single day before I knew your name, I couldn't see your face, but I prayed for you. Every heartbreak trail when all hope failed on the highway to hell, I prayed for you. I kept my faith like that old King James said I'm supposed to. It's hard to imagine bigger than I could fathom. I didn't know you from Adam, but I prayed for you. Every single day before I knew your name, couldn't see your face, but I prayed for you. Every tan light fade in a goodbye rain, girl, leaving today, I prayed for you. I kept my faith Awesome. I hope y'all have a great night. And thanks again for letting me be a part of Cutwell for Kids.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And if you guys want to buy any art, please click the Zoom link and communicate with the artist. And please take this time to look at our sponsors, especially Dorothy Morris.